Hey, what's up? This is Scott with Level Up Tuts, and today I'm going to show you how to use the log to learn how to start using this to really get ahead on how your program is working. And you can use the log to debug, you can use the log to set warning messages, all sorts of stuff. But for this very first example, we're going to keep it really simple. I'm going to show you the log in action, and then we'll take it on to a little bit more in just a little bit. So the first thing we want to do is we want this log, we want there to be some sort of message when we click the button. And before we had this toast message, it says, button click works, but we don't want to use that because that's going to output to the user on the screen. What we want is we want this message to only show up in logcat here, which is down here, and this message we can set all sorts of different types of log messages, from error messages to warning messages. There's even a WTF category. So you can use these log messages to really have a good grasp on how everything's working. So we're going to do a really basic log here. We're just going to use the debug type first, and to do that all you have to do is type log and then .d. And you'll notice in our code hinting, the second option here, this is what we're going to want to use. Sends a debug log message. And you'll notice there's two parameters. It's a tag and a message. The tag sort of tags it, which is customary to use your activity. So, of course, we're going to have this be the main activity. And for the message, this is whatever the message you would like in the log. So if I hit enter, I'm going to type in quotes here, main activity, because that's the name of our current activity that we're on. If we're on, let's say, a different page or a different activity, you'd probably want to just use it like that. In fact, in the next video, I'm going to show you a way to just automatically grab the current activity to have in here, but not right now. So I'm going to delete this message here, and I'm going to say button clicked. So every time we press this button, it's going to fire off a button clicked log message. Finish off with a semicolon. And if we come up here, you'll notice it's saying that we're getting a little exclamation point because we're not using this toast anymore, so we can go ahead and delete that. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to leave it in here just in case we ever do decide to use it again. And you'll notice it actually did add this import log for me. However, if you don't have that there and you're getting a red squiggly line here, it's going to maybe give you an option to import two different types of log. One is not Android's log and one is Android's log. So select the one that says Android and you should have no problems with that. Cool. So let's save this and let's run our app now. I already have my emulator running. If you need to start your emulator, please do that. And I'll just start the app up here. Okay, so here's our app. If you'll notice, this log is sort of going crazy down here. It has, 8,000 and counting. There's a new log message every second or something. And that isn't normal. In fact, from the research that I've done, this is just a bug in the current version I'm running. And so I'm going to have to update very soon and get that taken care of because this is really obnoxious. But watch, when I click this button, you'll see that flash of blue. That is our log message. And so, okay, I clicked the button all these times, and this log message is already really crowded down here. I mean, it would be maybe even crowded without this error message popping up over and over again. But you'll notice right here there's a drop down, and what we can do is we can go down and select debug, because debug is the type of error message or the type of log message we had. If we had info or warn or whatever, we could also filter by those. But let's click debug. And so because of this stupid log message that's coming up all the time, we can't really see the ones that I want to see. But you can also search for them by the message itself. Since our message was button clicked, if I type B, you're going to see it's already starting to search or filter these. And some of these must have the word button in them. However, our message here, button clicked, is showing up every single time we clicked it. In fact, if we come to our app and we keep clicking it, you'll see the log start to fill up. So that's really great, and this is a nice ways that we can check to make sure this button's working. So let's say we started this application, we push the button and it's not doing anything. Well, we don't know where the problem lies. Is the problem in the code that made the button click, or is the problem in the code that is what happens after the button is clicked? By having this message say that the button is clicked in here every time we click it, we know that it's at least getting this far, and then the problem must be somewhere below that. So that is just a quick guide to the log. In the next video, I'm going to show you some more cool stuff with the log, and we're going to try out different types of log messages. As always, if you have any questions, please leave a comment in the video or hit us up at Twitter, LevelUpTuts. This is Scott, and thanks for watching.